And welcome everyone. It is John the Net Guy. It is show number 41 today of Tech on Tuesday. It's 5:30 every week. I am here. Last week I was here at 5. Today it might be 5:40. It was a little bit hard to get back here. My daughter had a rematch soccer game, a makeup game because of smoke. We had all that smoke come through here last week. So pretty crazy times. I'm just checking the chat. Hey, I got an Olaf from another YouTube creator, Pinky Tech. Thank you, Pinky. I know you've been waiting a few minutes here for me to get in. I'm going to get going here just because we've got a lot of ground to cover. I have 10 really cool products today to show you: home products, home office products, and holiday products. I love holiday products. I got the coolest way to put up Christmas lights I've ever found. Now, you'll also notice there's some other things in the studio that I'm testing out right now. Some were good, and if you follow me on any of those other services, you'll know that some are better than others because I had some problems with some. So what I'm going to do here real quick is I'm going to let the Amazon folks in. They make me do something special for Amazon here. We'll welcome those guys, and then we're going to get going with a pretty unique product. Quick question: who here does not know how to find my Amazon shop? Because technically that's where all the deals are going to be. It's going to be down right there, amazon.com/shop/the-net-guy. Every item we're going to see tonight is actually going to be in the description of the video you're watching here. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. We're going to let the Amazon folks in. 3, 2. It's literally saying it. 1, 0. We'll see how delayed it is. So if you're just tuning in from Amazon, this is John the Net Guy. Welcome to the show. Great to have you here tonight. Like I said, I'm just showing up a little bit after schedule because I was at my daughter's makeup soccer game. I even left a little bit early so I can make it back in time, but it's raining, it's Seattle traffic. We're just taking a look here at where to find all these deals. If you look at that URL below, amazon.com/shop/the-net-guy, that's actually my page. Let me pull it up real quick for you. Let me know how I sound. Let me know how I look. Within reason, right? The camera's not going to fix anything. Let's put it that way. And we will run from there. Let me go in here real quick. And I'm going to do my URL, amazon.com/shop/the-net-guy. And then I'm going to share that with you guys so you can see it. We're going to share a window. And we're going to share that up so you guys can see it. So that's what you'll see when you visit the Net Guy on Amazon. And it's going to have my live stream if I'm going live. It's going to have a follow button if you've never followed me before, which is awesome. And then it's going to have these carousels. So it's going to have this carousel of products. It's also going to have an idea list. Ours is labeled 41 Home, Office, and Holiday Tech. These are the 10 items that I'm going to bring you today. And there's some slick stuff in here. Some stuff that I've seen that doesn't nobody else has this. Nobody else does it the way these guys do. First product up is actually already selected in the carousel. So if you're watching on Amazon, thank you so much. If you're not, maybe check out the Amazon stuff because I should be somewhere on this page if everything's working right. I'm not logged in, but usually if I'm live streaming, they're showing me here. But yeah, this is an L, A, and C charger. What is a USB L charger, right? I had that question right off the bat. And it's a USB Lightning charger, but it's a reverse charger too, which I had no idea how this was all going to work out. But I'll show you. We're going to do a quick unboxing of that. It's right behind me, of course. So I'm going to bring you back over here and we'll talk about this product. And if you're just joining on YouTube, give me a give you a follow here on YouTube if you can as well. Let me know how everything looks. I'm going to do a quick unboxing like I always do. We're going to go to the top-down camera, and hopefully everything's the same as it was last week. And so this is the product right here. USB AC/L Lightning. And we're going to take it out of the box here. Now, it's going to come with one cable, not your micro USBs here. It's from Moipo. Now, it's 30 watts with power delivery support. So power delivery is what's that interactive charger where it's going to negotiate the charge rates and the voltage, the higher voltages. But what's slick about this one, again, prongs that go away. Now, you know what's funny is I actually have my Apple charger over here. I want to show you this. This is the low power, the 20 watt non-power delivery fanciness. And look, this thing's barely a tiny tick bigger. If you get the one that goes for MacBooks and everything, this thing is a ton smaller. So that's another thing. So it's just some size comparison for you guys. When the prongs are down, much easier to travel with. And take a look at that end, because this is where things get really, really interesting there. So you got USB A, C, and L. So what's that going to look like? So this is the cable that they include, a pretty high quality. I'm going to unbox it here for you. USB-C to Lightning. Can never have enough of these. I'm shocked that even on the 14, they did not finally ditch that Lightning connector. But you can go ahead and plug in the USB-C side here, right? You can open this up. I can plug this here. Now I just happen to have the show phone running here, and I can plug this in the bottom, and it's going to start charging right there in the corner. So this is going to be a fast charger for iPhone, so it's going to charge pretty quick. Hey, let's see. Welcome, everyone. There we go. Give her a little welcome to the Amazon folks that are just tuning in here. So that's the normal way things go, right? Everything's working. I just give my little welcome message. My phone's charging away. Now, if I had another device that I wanted to plug in, say a laptop, my USB-C port's taken up, right? So that's no good. Well, take a look at this. You take the cable out, the USB-C end. You take the Lightning end. You put the Lightning end in the USB-L. I've never seen a female Lightning port on a charger. And let's just grab a USB-C charging cell phone. And you literally plug this in the bottom of that cell phone, and now it's charging. So it's a bi-directional charger. So they've actually put the smart idea here to put a USB Lightning connector on one end. So now I can carry one cable, charge my iPhone, and I can run my computer. So my computers are all USB-C, and even a MacBook Pro, USB-C. So I can literally use this one cable, one adapter. That's all I take with me. So that's cool. But that's not all. Obviously, it's got the USB-A standard with high speed as well for that one, which is pretty slick. Hey, John Hardwick is just checking in on the Amazon side. Good to see you, John. I don't know, John, if you've ever seen something like this, but this is, if you're an iPhone user, you can take your iPhone cable, the one that comes with the iPhone or the one that they include, go USB-C to your iPhone. When you're done charging your iPhone, flip it around backwards, put it in the L, and now charge any device. I've got lights that use USB-C. I've got laptops that use USB-C. And now it's a reverse USB-C charger. So pretty slick there, huh? So that was pretty neat. And this is from Moipo Company. That's not all. Let me pull it up on their site so you can see it. Power delivery standard is pretty cool. All the stuff that comes with it. I'm going to pull that back up here on Amazon. This one is available for $26.99 right now. Sometimes they go on sale. I don't have any advance notice of that if it is on sale. So it is going to have that USB-C. It is a maximum of 30 watts on the fast charging here, but there's all of the different models that it supports. Let's go take a look and make sure I didn't miss anything. So these are the images that they provided. And as you can see here, it's got the quick charge 3.0 for the USB-A side, and then it's going to have the power delivery and Lightning reversely charging, whatever that means. So that's the first time I've ever seen a reverse charger. So one cable, if you're a minimalist and you want to run through the airport with one thing in your pocket, this will charge all of your devices. Now, is it going to charge a power-hungry i7 Dell, i9 Dell laptop? Probably not. You know, most of those are up in the 100 watts. But my MacBook can charge off of 30 watts. So this thing would definitely charge my MacBook and my phones and other devices. There's some of the devices that they're talking about here. So again, one cable, one charger, 99% of phones here and tablets. So other devices that they're showing you here, the AirPods, Apple Watch. I don't know if I still have them. Yeah. I've got my handy dandy, which guy is it here? Is this camera? Yeah. So I've got my earbuds here that I was wearing today, and I carried them, even though they're wirelessly charging, I plugged them in on their USB-C, so I could have done that with this as well. So pretty slick little device, great device to kick us off, because I got some other cool charging solutions that will go with this. But again, from Moipo Company is going to be that USB-C charger. Again, rat's nest of cables, gone. You carry in one charger, one cable. I love this idea. Very simple. They're showing too the dual ports. So if you do have two devices plugged in, it's going to half the rated output. So it's going to split the power in between them. But in most things with USB-C standard, the nice thing about that is they share really well. And how long did it take people to figure this out? I got to show you this in person here because it's pretty cool. To literally make the prongs fold away. None of the iPhone stuff does that. None of the Apple stuff does that, if I remember right. They have the like plug-in adapters you have to use and stuff. At least not in this form factor. None of them fold away that small. So if you put this in your pocket, you're not going to be stabbing yourself. So that's another advantage there. Cool. Hey, look at that. We got a bunch of people showing up here. Jonathan says, hey, I'm late, man. Jonathan, man, cool product here. I know you're an Android guy, but definitely going to be pretty cool product here. And Pinky is savage tonight, says Zachary. Zachary, welcome. Good to see you again, my friend. You only missed one cool product here, and that is from Moipo, and that's their universal charger, really is what it is. It's going to let you charge a ton of different kinds of devices, USB-C, A, and Lightning. It's got you covered. They throw in a Lightning cable. These things, let's see what size this is. I have not fully extended this cable yet. So, looks like it's a full 6 feet. Maybe a tick longer than 6 feet. So you're going to get a full 6-foot charging cable out of this, which will be really nice to have. I was just doing the rowing kids carpool yesterday, and one of the kids is like, oh no, my device is out of power, and he was sitting in the back row. I barely got that to reach. I should have thrown this in the car. I've got an inverter outlet in the middle. This would have worked perfect, reach every seat in my car. So very exciting about that. I do have a companion product that I think would go really well with this. Another thing is, getting it up to be the holidays. I just checked 9 weeks till Christmas, by the way. So if you're looking for something as a good Christmas present for maybe a teen, somebody that's maybe transitioning from iPhones back and forth to Android or has a bunch of USB-C devices, one charger to rule them all. I love it. Thank you guys for providing that. And they did provide that for free for a fair and honest review, which is exactly what I'm going to give them. The next thing up that we've got here, and I got to pull it up on the carousel, goes right along with this, which is a set of cables, and it's probably one of the last set of cables you'll ever use. So I just pulled it up on the carousel. It's marked, unfortunately, indescriptly USB cable. But let's go ahead and do a quick unboxing here so you guys can see what's in it. Very slick little setup here. Of course, the top of the box came off the first time I opened it here. That can go away now. So you're going to get 3 cables with this. They do have a glowing end. I'll point that out. You're going to get 3 cable ties to come along with this. So you can, cable wrap these things. What I recommend too, by the way, if you have this if you've ever used these, and you know what, I might have to change, I hate to say it, I might have to change the exposure on that camera to get you a little bit brighter image. It's pretty dark. But go ahead and when you use these kind of things, take and wrap this through with a little tag end here and put it through the hole and then wrap it around. Don't try to use that to hold the thing. So this is now permanently mounted. Whenever you want to wrap this up, just wrap it like that and then wrap it over. And then when you're ready to use it, unwrap it and that will retain on the cable just like that. So they include 3 of those. That's pretty cool. But this thing's got a secret weapon here. And that is these little tiny ends. And so you're like, wait, you've got 3 cables here. They have ends on them, don't they? Yes and no. If you remember, like my original MacBook was MagSafe. Now these things are already magnetized to each other. These are the little ends that I'm talking about. Take a look at those. Now, I am going to change the exposure up on that camera real quick. Sorry for having to step over you guys like this, but I want to be able to let you see this in all of its glory. This is what I get for not having a practice run. Okay, that camera should be a little bit brighter for you guys, but there are the little ends that they're sending. Now there are 2 Lightning, 2 USB-C, and 2 micro USB. So you can remember that's what you got. So what do you do with these little tiny ends? Well, these little tiny ends go on your device. So if you've got the bottom of like this, this is an Android, I think it's a Pixel 3. I just pushed that into the bottom. Do you see that? Now it's got little concentric rings on the bottom there. And they're for a purpose. I'll show you what this does right away. So remember that old charger we had? Let's take that charger. We're going to plug it in. We're going to use the 6-foot cable here. Now it has a USB-C end on one end here. So it's going to come with USB-C on all the ends. Does not have a reverse Lightning. That was pretty amazing. But what you're going to do with this, is you're going to plug this into the USB port that you have, the USB-C port. Now, it does come with an adapter too. So if you're still rocking those USB-As, don't worry about it. All of these cables will work. You have this adapter to help you get by. Now, watch this. This is pretty slick. See that? It jumped right onto it. Now, let's try that again. I'm going to get it close, and there. Now it's glowing there, letting us know that it's plugged in. But check that out. So it's already charging. There's the glow. I can pull it off, and it connects onto it. Now, why do I want to have this magnetic cable? Well, see all these little guys right here? Now I can take my show iPhone here, plug that into the bottom of the iPhone. I got to stretch the case out a little bit. These ends are a little bit bigger. But let's take a look and see if it works. Are you ready? There we go. I'm charging my iPhone now magnetically. Now the kid runs along and hits that cable. It falls right out of your phone. Your phone stops charging. You're struggling around looking for that cable at night to charge your phone. You get it somewhere close. Now watch this. All the way 360-degree rotation. That's pretty slick, man. I hate to say it. I was not sold on this. I'm like, oh, you know, lightning, up, down, left, right, in between, whatever. Check that out. Literally just like that. Now, if you've got kids with Chromebooks, this is another great option. Most Chromebooks are about 30, watts or so when they're charging. This will also charge a Chromebook. So now you've got one magnetic end. You're going to plug it into your iPhone. Swapping out to my next device here. Plug it into your Android. So now you've got one charger end that's universal. You don't have to keep plugging into the wall. Maybe you keep this near your couch, and you've got this perfect magnetized end. Let me show you real quick on the side camera how cool that is. So there's the magnetic end. Now, I don't know if you can see the contacts, but they are just tiny. And then if you look at the other side, there's the other side I was trying to show you earlier. That little round gold disc there, that's exactly what's going on here. There you go. There's the charging. So very cool product. That one is available right now for $25.99. So it doesn't come with the charger. Pairs really well with that first charger, by the way. Again, Christmas gift time here, just so you know. Taking a look here. Pinky says he's savage every night. Really? Yes, yes, he is. We're going to have some fun. I've got some cool shows coming up. I was just talking to some of those other tech tubers here, seeing if we're available to do some cool stuff for you guys. Again, I want to give back. You guys have done so much for me this year. The sales numbers have been insane. Insane. I can't even tell you exactly what they are right now because it would shock you. I'm going to save that for the thank you show. But you guys would not believe how much has actually gone through this channel so far this year. It's been unbelievable, and it's just making it possible for me to give back. So again, here is the magnetic ends that we're talking about. You're going to get two 6-foot cords, one 3.3 foot. They're all USB-C, but there is an adapter here for USB-A. So I'm going to pull up the side camera here. So there is one adapter for USB-A if you need that. If you've got some, maybe your car has an A port, I'd recommend putting the 3.3 foot and put this on there, plug it into your car, you're good to go. This would be great to actually buy several of these, to be honest, because then you can have more devices with all these plug-ins that you need. It will come with 2 of each style, so 2 USB-C ends, 2 USB micros, and the cool thing about it, it's like a quick connect, right? So beauty of that is you don't need a ton of these, unlike your traditional cables, because you're fighting like, okay, I need that cable this time. No, I'm going to plug my laptop in. I need that cable. Oh, no, I need this cable. You can have 6 devices covered with this. You get another set of cables. You're going to get 3 more cables that you can install wherever you want for convenience. You're going to get 6 more devices covered by this. So very cool feature here. Again, will work with laptops. It's the original charger I showed you today was 30 watts. These say they'll carry a maximum of 60 watts. So this is going to work with laptops as well. My Apple charger has a USB-C end, so I could replace the whole Apple charger magnetic base. I can just plug in USB-C one side, go to town with this, and it is going to handle 60 full watts, which is pretty cool. They're talking about the power capacity handling, the fast charging capability, data transfer capabilities. Again, fast charge power delivery standard works with this as well. 60 watts is a ton of power. So hopefully you guys think that's pretty cool, just like I do. Those are our first 2 products here today that I wanted to show you. We're going to go through a couple other products here. I just want to go back to my list here and make sure I've got these in the right order. So that, again, Gen 3 power delivery. Doesn't have a brand name on it. Comes from AS Store. There is a coupon right now and 4.5 stars. So I'm going to be publishing a review on this one here pretty soon. But so far, very, very happy with this product. And we'll get loaded up here for our next product. Give me 1 second to reset the area here. So we've been looking at chargers and charging cables. There's two of them here that I think are a great value. Around the $25 price range, which is for 3 cables and 6 ends. That's pretty good with all the technology dialed into these. I think that's going to be really fun. All of the ends glow on this when they're charging, so you know you got a good connection, which is important. They do have those retention straps that I was just showing you real quick here. So again, it's going to have a strap for each cable, so when you're not using it or you throw it in your bag, it's nice and clean just like that. I'm going to move these products off to the side. And I'm going to load up the next product for us, which is actually for your office. Now, this is going to be a harder product to demo for you guys today, unfortunately, because I did a microphone last week and there was a lot of back and forth. But I want to show you this product. If you are somebody that has to spend a ton of time on the phone like I am every day, this is one of those products that's going to make your life a little easier. I can't tell you how many times I've wanted to walk over behind me on this other side of this wall is my garage. I wanted to go get a drink of something. Obviously water, of course, Amazon. I wouldn't get anything but water. Just wanted to get a water during the day during one of my work calls. And I'm stuck because I have a wired headset normally. So I've started using this. I tested it out with some friends at work and they actually thought it sounded great. So I'm going to see if I can add this here and we'll try to do it. Now it has the capability to connect to 2 different devices. So you can actually listen to music on it if you want to use it just like a regular Bluetooth headset. So that's another neat option. I don't have the box handy to me, but let's pull it up here so you guys can see the branding on this one. So this one says Vaughn's Tech on the side. Some pretty simple buttons to use, right? It's going to have a power button on the end with an answer button. It's going to have plus and minus on the top here. It's going to have a mute button. Now, one thing that would have been nice on this is I would like at least a light of some sort. It does have audio prompts. It's going to tell you that it's been muted though. So you're not going to have to worry about, I'm here to fix the mute button issues, right? It does have audio prompts to tell you when it has been muted. But if you do work for a company, I would also check this out. A lot of them will reimburse you for office expenses like this. So I can go ahead and turn it on. It does have USB-C charging if you wanted to take advantage of that, right? So I'm going to have to hold the button down here. I want to listen. So it's in pairing mode. I'm going to open Bluetooth settings on my device. I'm going to see if I can pair it up. Sometimes it's a little bit hard to do here. I'm going to go ahead and hit add on my computer. So I'm just adding it to the computer right now. Let me let you see what I'm doing here. So adding it into my computer, it's looking around for it. It did find it. The BT68 audio is what it comes up as a headset. It says I'm ready to go. Now, I tried this last time and it didn't work so well, but we're going to try it again here. Oh, I'm already hearing myself in this. This is funny. So it's got a little bit of a delay, but I'm actually hearing the audio of the show backwards through this. Give me 1 second. Audio input, headset, hands-free. And I'm going to close that. And I'm going to close the audio here. Okay, so hopefully you guys can hear me in just a second here. I'm trying to get the audio going through the way I want it. Okay, let's see. There, I probably doubled up a little bit. I'd have to work on the mic levels. It looks like it's working. Now, things aren't going to line up. I know, that's kind of silly. But hopefully you can hear me now, and you can hopefully not get a double here. You know, it's funny. Every single show, the Epson printer driver decides that it wants to update during the middle of my show. I think there's a thing in there. It's like, oh, 6:04. Yep, John's in a show. Let's go ahead and update my printer software. But you guys can hear me okay. Hopefully it sounds good. Again, I haven't done any of the auto gain controls. There's no noise or echo cancellation on this thing right now. You're hearing just the raw audio. It actually does play back music in stereo, so it is a stereo. And I should make it look good. There we go. It is a standard stereo Bluetooth headset. I've seen a lot of truckers wear these kind of ones. Now I'm going to hit the mute, and you're going to see if it works or not. It's telling me in my ears mute on, mute off. So I kind of have that. I don't have a visual indicator. It would be nice again for me to have a visual indicator. But Jonathan says, I hear you well, which is good. So not probably as awesome as the $200 mic that I use. And Pinky is absolutely right. He goes, if live stream, true action equals update. That's what Epson was doing to me today. So yeah, that's the headset. Now I can hear music in this. I can hear other things. You can pair it to two devices at once. Only one of those can be a communications device, like a phone for making calls or a Zoom meeting. So you can have it paired to two devices. It does come with this charging stand and cables and all that standard stuff. But on the back, let me switch over back to the other one because I think you guys have gotten the audio. Okay, so hopefully you guys can hear me the right way. And I'm just taking a look here. I want to play it back to myself. There we go. So hopefully you guys can hear that just fine. I'm going to turn myself off there. Now, I would normally take this. I'm going to turn it off. Normally, I would take this and I would just set it down. Let me show you on the side camera how this looks because it's pretty cool. I would set it down at my desk and it just fits in. That light will come on when it's plugged in and you're good to go. That's all you got to do. So keep this by your desk. You never have to worry about it not being charged because, again, I believe, we'll look at the charge times, but I believe it gets many, many, many hours and it charges in half the speaking time. So you get twice as much time on it versus the charging time. So we'll put the numbers down here when we do our final edits here. But very easy to use, very easy to operate. Now it is adjustable. So it's going to adjust to that nice paddedness. Being bald, I don't have the hair to kind of pad, so I do enjoy these. As far as the material goes, that's one downside. The plastic on it is not going to be as high quality. But again, we're talking about the price point here, $50 or under when it's on sale. There's the little buttons here. It's got a little bit of a swivel action. And the padding on these, it's kind of breaking in now actually a little bit better, but it feels like that fake leather, that PU leather vinyl. So if you're going to use this all the time, maybe invest in some nicer ear cups. But this, again, it's an entry model that they have. So I have to be completely honest and fair with you. That's how it works. Yeah, this guy is just like my uncle. I have to have all his technologies to work and sleep all day. I know, man. I feel so bad. I love technology, guys. I love showing this. I've got the coolest job in the world here. So this is from Vaughn's Tech. This is their Bluetooth headset. It's a stereo headset, completely Bluetooth. You have that capability. If for some reason you get stuck somewhere and you didn't bring your charging base, remember that charger we just looked at? USB Type-C, connector on the back side. That would be that side of it, USB Type-C. So you can charge this with your USB-C. Now, maybe you say, hey, I do a lot of my calls on Zoom on my phone. Like every morning, my first 2 or 3 meetings, I'm on Zoom. I'm on my phone, I'm getting my coffee. I'm sitting there, going through whatever. I don't like to get all dialed in and everything at 5:30 in the morning when I start my normal job. So I get dialed in on my cell phone, and I have to listen on speaker. Well, this is another option. So if I want to use these, I can be listening and talking through that cell phone, walking around. I don't have to carry the phone with me, which is pretty slick. So works just like any other earbuds or anything like that. Very cool. John says, I'm used to the $350 headphones that are Bluetooth, so I can't go back to the $50. Yeah, you know what? There's a price point for everybody here. I was just getting it from Double Snake '07 there. He was giving me a hard time, as it is about my tech. But yeah, this is definitely an option for people. I think, it's something to try out. The other thing I would say is I love Amazon's return policy. If for some reason it's not everything that you think it should be, I like being able to return it, and hopefully it works out great for you. So that was one office product. I'm going to switch gears here and show you another office product. Now, don't tell my people at work that I may start using this really cool keyboard, because the keyboard has a hidden feature. This is from Chisona Company. They make gaming keyboards, they make tablet stuff, they make all sorts of cool things. This is the M4 keyboard and mouse combo. Now, what kind of keyboard and mouse is it? Well, it's wireless. We've got that capability. So let's go on the top down here. We'll do a quick unboxing of it just so you can see what's going on here. Get you a little bit closer. So that's the keyboard and mouse here. Comfortable typing, low profile keys. It is wireless 2.4 gigahertz. So I don't know what exact technology it uses. I know like Lenovo and some of these other ones use different technologies. I'll go through exactly what all of this stuff is in just a second. It does come fairly well padded. I actually did have to take it out of the padding to do some nice glamour shots for it the other day. I was doing that for you guys for the full-length video. So there's some information from Chisona. There's going to be the story about them, some other stuff. There is the manual about it if you're interested. There is one secret feature that I'm going to show you here in just a second, which is pretty cool. So there it is. There's all the information about it. 1,000 amp hour, 10 million keystrokes. It's going to have standby time of 200 days sitting around. Now, when you turn the RGB on this, it's going to go way down. It is rechargeable. There are no batteries. Now, I'm constantly charging my, I'm charging the batteries that go into my Mac Mini keyboard, the wireless keyboard. I'd love the idea of an internal wireless battery, which is pretty slick. So that's what this has, internal rechargeable battery. I'm just turning it on. I am going to plug it in with the connector. So it has two options there. It has a Type-C adapter or USB-A. So this is the receiver transceiver right there for your keyboard. I'm going to plug it into the show laptop. And hopefully I don't get myself in trouble. And Zachary says, but is it compatible with the Apple II? No, unfortunately. It is not. Now, my computer just found it. That's the first time the show computer has ever had this plugged in. I'm going to turn a couple things on. Now, you can use this protection. I'm going to go ahead and, hey, my mouse is working. I can click on things on the show, like I can hide Zachary's comment. There we go. There we go. So now I'm using this, and it's actually going along there. I can see it, moving around my mouse. Now, the mouse does not have the same feature that you would think of here. So the mouse is not going to have the same RGB that you're going to see. So I can turn the RGB on. And unfortunately, in this bright of an environment, unfortunately, a lot of times RGB doesn't show up. You can see the flashing. There's 3 RGB modes on this thing. So there's mode 1, which is going to be your your scrolling mode. Now let me take this cover off. So this cover is one that you get normally with like a Mac. It's going to keep the Cheeto fingers out of here. But if you want to see it in its full glory, check that out. So there it is without the cover on it. Again, high DPI mouse here. Let me pull up the exact stats on it because I did not have those handy on there. I'm going to pull up the specs. 2,000 DPI. The initial DPI it comes out is 1,200. So 2,000, not super like high DPI, but 2,000 is very good. Again, good for gaming, and it's going to sleep after 5 minutes. So it's got a 6-button mouse that comes with it. Now, I'm trying to figure out the best way to show you guys this capability. And I think the only thing I can do is possibly, maybe I can move the GoPro around so you can see the show laptop. Now, I don't normally show you guys this view, and maybe it's going to even be upside down. Okay, so I'm going to bring this around. Now, don't get mad if this doesn't work the way I want. It's probably going to be like a picture in a picture in a picture view. So there's my show laptop. Like I said, there's my mouse moving around, right? I'm going to try to move it in the center of the screen. So you're seeing that upside down, upside down. That little thing right there is the mouse, right? So that's it right there. If I hold down the center button and then I let go, do you see my mouse moving around there? Now, it's supposed to have a jiggler. There it goes. Do you see it? My mouse is moving around. I got to come on the side so you can see me, that I'm not actually doing anything. That mouse right there is moving around my screen. Now, it's not going to click on anything. This is called a mouse jiggler. Now, some nefarious people that might work at companies that track your mouse movement and keep your screensaver. Now, I work at a HIPAA compliant company. I cannot use a mouse jiggler just for HIPAA and your safety in mind. I'm not going to do that. But if you work at another company or your machine is constantly locking and you don't like that feature, that mouse movement, my hands are right here, you guys. It's mousing over everything. Okay, now some of the stuff that it's mousing over is getting me in trouble. I'm going to hold down on that button. I'm going to take myself back over. The mouse jiggler is off. So that capability is off. So what we've just done by holding down that center button, We've actually basically put, impersonation mode there that I'm actually there moving my mouse. Your status in all of your online messaging, Slack, other things is going to think you're right there working away. Not saying to use this. I'm just saying it's a great feature in here. Let me go ahead and pull up the Amazon page and I'll show you about this. But, overall, the keyboard, very good typing keyboard. Let me do this. I'm going to do Notepad. I'm going to pull up Notepad and I'm going to show you guys real quick what this looks like. So, and actually the jiggler's still going. I have to stop it. There we go. 1, 2, 3. That should turn it off. Otherwise, it's going to be a heck of a show if I got to deal with a mouse jiggler moving my mouse all the time when I'm trying to click. So there's the Notepad that you guys are seeing. And I'm going to go ahead and just do some typing here. I want to see how my typing is. The quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog's back. Now, I'm not seated. I'm not doing this. Now, I'm going to go ahead and lift this up. You guys probably can't see this, but I'm going to show you anyway here. I'm going to lift it up, and I'm going to increase the height of the keyboard because that actually helps me type a little bit faster. So, the quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog's back. Oh, there we go. So, decent keyboard feel. It feels a lot better than my MacBook, to be honest. My MacBook has those butterfly switches that everybody loves to hate. So, this is a great keyboard feel. The value is excellent, especially if you happen to need a rechargeable RGB keyboard. Don't get my spelling because, yeah, it's not Word. And should you be in the market for a mouse jiggler, that's awesome. There we go. So as you can see, works fairly well. This is from Shoshona Company. Now I'm going to go back here. I'm going to stop sharing that screen. We're going to come back here. We're going to share the Amazon page for that product here. Give me 1 second to get it loaded up here because I want to show you guys some of the other features it has. Now, Shoshona Company actually makes a lot of cool products. Oh, you guys can't even see me there. Sorry. I always have one extra button to click, which I never remember to do. So this is the product that I'm showing you from Shoshona. Now, this is the M4. I really wanted them to send me the M3 also, but they only sent me one at this time. And again, they sent this out for free for a fair and honest review. I got to put that out there. All thoughts are mine and mine alone. They did not pay me for any sort of review or ranking on this. So this is the keyboard and mouse and adapter that you're going to get with it. It's going to have an adapter as well for that adapter if you need it to do anything else. It is not Bluetooth, so that's one of the other things. It's not going to be Bluetooth technology, but it actually does save a little bit of energy being able to use its own adapter. It does have that mouse jiggler capability, which is going to keep it open and running. There is the plug-in rechargeability of it. Again, both devices, it looks like, can plug in. I did not notice that about the mouse right away. So both of them have that USB Type-C on them there. So some of those chargers that I showed you guys earlier, USB Type-C is going to be able to charge everything on here as well. Comes in at $39.96. Got a 5% coupon right now. For a keyboard and mouse, that's pretty good. And actually, with the heavy weight of this base, I need to bring that back over here. I want to show you guys this. That's an all-metal base on this. Now, you buy a Lenovo keyboard, you're not going to get this. Totally feels metal. I could be wrong. Like the top is definitely metal. Now the plastic might be on the bottom, but the top area that you see, that definitely feels like a metal keyboard. So I like that. You're not going to be able to keep the RGB on all the time unless you really want to wear it out. So that's pretty cool. That's one RGB mode. Sorry, I totally skipped out on you guys. There's another mode, and you can change colors. So if you're Pinky Tech and you want some pink, check that out, Pinky. Look at that. Okay, so you got that. Is Mac and PC compatible. It's got all the standard Windows and Mac keys as well that you're going to need. And then it does have this really cool mode, which I'm trying not to get myself in trouble because it actually is hitting buttons on my show right now. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, overall, decent setup here. I'm taking a look here. I think I see somebody that I haven't seen in a while. Let me double check real quick here. Hey, there's somebody. T-Dolts, thank you for showing up, my friend. It's been a while. Good to see you guys again. And if you're checking this out on Amazon, let me know. It'd be awesome. I totally like that. Um, That's pretty awesome. There's some really good discussion that I can't even bring up here. So those are two office products for your home office. This is from Chisona. This is that wireless keyboard that we were talking about. Now I'm going to put it all back together fairly quickly just because I want to get on to the next products. We're going to have a great show tonight. We're going to close out with the home health products because that's kind of the fun ones. I got some videos to show you of that. But I'm actually going to be, and I'm very excited about showing you the next product because it's one of the videos I just released today on my YouTube side. And if you saw it, you can tell how excited I am. I wasn't able to show one of the products, but I'm going to show you it tonight, which I wasn't able to show it in the video, but I want to do that some more. So let me pull this up real quick. And we'll do the last three products later. So next product I'm pulling up on the carousel is actually some Christmas lights. Now, I don't know if you're like my wife. She constantly hounds me. She loves Christmas lights, and I am super busy, and I don't like having to go up there on a ladder and hang them up. I've got some funny pictures of early in our marriage where I'm up on a ladder, and you can tell it's frozen outside. Like there's frost on everything, and I'm bundled up and all that, and I'm putting Christmas lights up. And she's down there all excited, and I've got the grumpiest of grumpy faces on me because this is the one thing I hate to do. So if I'm going to do it, I want to do it once. Now, what's really cool is the Only company, Only, Ollny. You guys pronounce that, that's up to you. The Only company sent me out two different styles. Now, one of these styles is actually already outside, and I did release a video today about it. By the way, Jeff from Craft Computing, who was giving me a hard time that I review anything, I'm reviewing Christmas lights. You know it. They actually turned out really, really well. So this is the manual that comes with them. There's 486 LEDs on these Christmas lights I'm about to show you. So pretty cool product from Olney. Now, this is the next video that's coming out. I haven't gotten to show you guys this one yet, but I wanted to show it to you here because it's almost identical. This one, instead of being 486 LEDs in a 40-foot strand, so you're talking 10 LEDs a foot or more, it's going to be a 330-foot all white strand of LED Christmas lights. Now, they're kind of like the fairy lights where they're on a strand and you can see about every, 3.5, 4 inches, right? So I'm going to put them down here and I'm going to plug them in just so you can see how bright these things are and how they work. It's pretty slick. But the ones that are in the carousel right now are the ones that I just released today, the video on. So you can go through many, many different modes here, which is pretty slick. So there's another mode. It's got all these crazy cool modes. And then you have a remote control. Now, the remote control is not infrared, so you're going to have to point it at the controller. I can actually do this from sitting in my front room. Now I can reach out and I can change the mode of the lights, or I can turn them on or off. I know it's not even Halloween and I got Christmas lights up, but I do what I do for YouTube, right? So I can turn them on and off from my front window, not RF, it's IR, so you're able to do that. Very cool. Not recommended for the epileptic, somebody says. Absolutely, man. And T-Dolts is asking how it's going. It's going awesome, man. I cannot share with you how crazy stuff has been this year. I literally have almost all of the shows booked out the rest of the year. And I got a cool show coming up that you're going to love. So thanks for asking, my friend. And good to see you, Andrew. Man, we're getting all the names tonight. Andrew's in here. He's won some drawings before as well. Says nice keyboard. Yes, it was. So I'm just pulling some of the messages off the pins there. Let's see. See, when I scroll down, occasionally I might pin messages accidentally. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to unfavorite it. There we go. Sorry about that. I'm just getting through here. So this is from Olney Company. This is their 330 feet of Christmas lights. So you just have to go along and just tack these guys up. Very cool. I'm going to turn them steady on, and I'm going to change the brightness. Oh, I got to remember to point it at that. Steady on. Now you can change the brightness up or down. So I just increased the brightness quite a bit by doing that. Let me pull them up on the top camera because it actually usually shows pretty cool. Yeah, there you go. So there's the brightness of these things. And 330 feet of these. I don't know if it's over 1,000. I think it's going to have to be over 1,000 bulbs in this. It is waterproof, outdoor rated. Now the cable on here is going to be, covered. So it's insulated cable. but you're not going to want to staple through this cable. I'm going to show you a tool that you can use to install these, and it's going to make life so easy, and it's going to be super safe, and you're just going to absolutely love it. So let me go through here, and I'm going to pull up my video on YouTube, and I don't know if there's going to be any issues trying to do this through here. The net guy. I'm pulling up my YouTube video for this. I'm going to try not to blow my computer up here. I've had some issues with my laptop. Let me make sure I'm on the high performance mode of this thing. There's performance mode. We want all the performance we can get out of this, because I'm going to pull up a video and I'm going to share it for you guys. So we're going to let that go through. And I'm going to show you some of the Christmas lights that I actually have in the carousel, because again, very similar, but it's also going to give you a hint as to the product that's coming up here. So let me get over here. Now, if you're the Amazon sensors, because everybody loves Amazon sensors, let me share that real quick. Window. I am still here, Amazon sensors. I am showing some B-roll video that I did. I'm going to always be down here for you, though. Down in the corner. So these are from Olney. These are their red and green Christmas lights that we're taking a look at. Now, it's them in my dining area, but they're 40 feet long, which just happens to be perfect to reach across the front of my house and go about 4.5 feet down each side. So that was pretty cool. I go ahead and install these. If you haven't seen this video, I just produced it today. Just put it out today. But this is the SureTacker, which is coming up next, that I use to install this. I want you to see how easy this was, because I have never found a product as easy as this to install. The icicle lights that I'm showing you, they're in the carousel right now. Pretty cool. So if you have family, friends that like this kind of stuff, let them know about it. I appreciate that. Share this with your friends if you can. This product, again, very nicely built, insulated, and it has 7 different modes, which I'm going to skip to here in just a second. This one's 486 LEDs. It's $42 in the carousel right now. I'll take a look, because they actually had a sale on it. I want to double check the sale price. This was so good, I actually bought myself another set for my gazebo. Another thing is they actually have multiple colors of this. So they have it in, I believe it's a purple and an orange, which would have been great for Halloween. So that's another neat option here. As well, let's see. Yeah, there's a 20% off right now. So it's going to bring it down into the low 30s range as well. So pretty easy to install. This is that SureTacker that I was using to put these on. So you just spread them out, and I'm going to go through basically the modes here, but I'm going to talk through that later. So this is the different modes. It's got steady on mode. So hopefully you guys are seeing all of this here. Steady on, it's going to have some sequential blinking mode. I'm going to take my mouse out of the way, so hopefully the toolbar goes away. There we go. And it's going to have some more epileptic modes for you T-dolts. I'm going to have to send you a set of these, my friend. You can doll up your house there. If you put this in your studio, T-dolts, I will send you a set of these, man. Just that you have to have them on throughout all of our Discord chats. That would be pretty fun. But yeah, they get a little bit crazy here, some of the different flashing modes. My wife likes the slow glow and the fade modes the best, because they're just a little non-destructive there. It's very cool. But again, $42.99 minus 20% right now if you use those links. I do get a very small commission. They sent me one of these out for a review. I bought another with my own money because it was such a great deal. So if you're getting a head start on Christmas, supply chain issues, whatever they are, it actually turns out to be a pretty cool product. So there's mode 5. That's the in-wave mode here we're looking at. Gets a little bit crazy. The fade mode and the slow glow are the best for, just nice, simple Christmas lights. Now, you can use these together. My next video, I plan to put the 330-foot strand up, and that's going to go all over the house. It's going to light the whole house, which would be pretty cool. I'm going to have a total Clark Griswold house here by the end of the week. But then I want to actually put another set of these up on the upper eave, so it's going to look even cooler. So have some cool options, and we can change it up a little bit, which is pretty slick. So that was actually, just to give you a sample of what those look like, that was the Olney Christmas lights from Olny. Olney is what I'm calling them. And this just happens to be the 330. Now, I'm going to pull out the next product, which deserves its own unboxing here. So let me get some things out of the way. I'm going to pull out this next product to show you guys, because it is so cool. If you're a kind of person like me that hates the idea of climbing up on your house, hooking all these little Christmas lights up, and you just want to do it once, like again, those are outdoor rated Christmas lights that I'm showing you. And those other ones, that strand, that 330, really, really small and thin. Nobody would really know that they're there, but when you want to use them for maybe game day, special occasion, team finally won. Seahawks are doing really good, by the way. I have to say, Geno Smith, there's no love lost for Russell Wilson right now. But I'm going to show you the next product here and how it can change how you do your Christmas lights. And that's a product that I had to look up because I was like, there's got to be a better way. This is from SureTacker. This thing is in the $12 range. Let me pull it up real quick here. If you want to get a head start on your Christmas lights, Sure Bonder. I got to get the names right. It's their light tacker from Sure Bonder. So let me show you what it looks like on the overhead. Just like that, it is a light tacker staple gun for holiday light hanging. Now, I did a lot of research before I got this product because I'm sure some of you are like, oh, just use a Arrow 25. I've actually got one upstairs. Get an insulated stapler, and like you can do that. But again, most of them are going to be for 1/4-inch cables, which are way too thick and much, much bigger. Now, what this one uses, kind of a cool concept. It's going to use, this is a refill kit, which is also in the carousel right now. So this is the refill kit you get, but you get basically the contents of one refill kit with the tacker. It's going to use, and I'm just going to move these off to the side as I unbox it. It's going to use 60 staples here, and you have 30 insulators. So what that's going to allow you to do is if you do want to take them down, if you do want to move them, if you do want to add more, you've got another 60 staples if you have to remove them. But let's unbox this. I've actually already been using this, so that's what comes with it right there. And I'm going to show you how easy it is to start running your Christmas lights with this thing. So to install the staples, just go ahead and pinch here, pull back. It's not going to come with any staples at all inside. Mine just happens to have some. I've got about maybe 25 left in here from that original package that I used. So you slide that down just like any other old cable stapler. But the difference here, and I'm not going to try to stab myself here, is it has this arch. So you could use this as a regular cable staple for data cable and stuff like that. The biggest thing is what happens when you use these plastic tabs. These plastic tabs are actually supposed to be installed this way. So the arch faces down. What I found is really, really cool is if you look at the top of this stapler, and hopefully it'll focus on that. If you take this and you put these over the tip there, just like that, just the tip, just for a little bit, you go right there and you can staple these down. So let's do that real quick. I'm going to take this demo board off. I'm going to go to the wide camera and let's start stapling some Christmas lights. So you're up on the ladder, blah, blah, blah. You're trying to hook around some little cheapo plastic deal. No, this is how easy this is. You literally take this, go over where you want it to be. Now, what's cool, do you notice my Christmas lights are still moving? It's because it's not putting pressure on the cables themselves. If I were to use this without these little insulators, I would potentially shoot through the cables. I would shoot through the wire. I'd have an issue. Now, what's cool about this is I tear off another one. I did this on, I think it was last Saturday, and I kept these in my pocket. Put another set on there. So let me give you a top-down view of what's going on here. So I just take this, I go to where I want, and now I can install another set. I am not going to shoot through that. Now, there's a little bit of excess here, and there's a little bit of lag. Now, you can decide if you want to staple really close to a light. In this case, it's actually really smooth. It's funny, it's small enough that it's not going through those. You see that? Even how tiny that is, it's still not going through that. And I can go draw another one real quick here. They give you twice as many staples as they do insulators, so you get 60 staples and 30 insulators with the regular kit. Now, I can try going a little bit tighter here. There we go. So that one's a little bit tighter. 3 shots, 3 scores. That worked. And let's go ahead and plug this in and you'll see what happens. I have not injured in any way my Christmas lights. They're still working right like so. There you go. I do have some flexibility. It actually tightened up because I pulled on this end. So you can see how nice and tight they are. Taut, I guess I should say. But that works out. So this is from Sure Bonder. This is their light tacker. Now they have some other stuff. They make a lot of these. It's worked out really well. Even though the body of it is plastic, I wouldn't drop this off a ladder. The rest of it feels really good. It's actually, I think this part is metal here. Feels really good in the hand, and it fits in the pocket very easily when you're climbing up a ladder. So I was able to do that and get it in. I'm going to take a look real quick. Mr. Minell? Mr. Meme! Exclamation. Those are some really cool looking lights. I appreciate that. Be sure not to dox yourself with a house number. I didn't do that, luckily, on there. The pitch of my roof is super high. I don't put lights down. You know what? The cool thing about this is if you were to actually go in on a neighbor or something with like a cherry picker or whatever, no, or was it a lift, motorized lift or something, you could actually put these up one time with this and it would be really cool. Now, what's neat about this thing too is if you did have to take these off for whatever reason, so I can reach in here and I can pull this staple out. Hopefully they're attached really, really well. They actually do sell staple removers. I'm going to try to do this in a way. There we go. So now I've taken that staple out, and let's say I want to change up my design. Oh, I lost my stapler because it's in my pocket. Back onto the two prongs here. I can move up my design a little bit. Maybe I had to go over and miss something. And now it's reusable. So now this piece, again, is the reusable part. So I was like, oh, it's only going to come with, 60 staples and only 30 insulators. Well, I'll tell you, I only used 10 insulators to do the whole front that I showed you in that video, and I used a few more around the sides. I had a pocket full of them at the end of the day. So from SureTacker, probably one of the coolest products I'm seeing this holiday. If you're like me and you love stuff that's utilitarian and useful, you're going to be the man if you get this. $12 and I think it was 80 cents for this that comes with an initial kit. Now, if you are like me and you know you're going to use them forever, which I did, I ended up buying a 5-pack for $18. Now, you're like, 5-pack for 18, I saw it and I thought it was a 1-pack for 18. I'm like, oh, they're selling you the razor and giving you the razor and selling you the blades. No, the price isn't actually that bad. When you get a 5-pack, you're coming down to about $3.50 a package. And that's reusable. It's another cool thing is if you did for some reason want to use different staples, these staples look eerily familiar to some other brands. So I think a regular cable stapler with some of those curved staples, as long as you reuse these insulators, could probably work. So this will last you for years to come. Will work outside in the rain, UV, all that. It's not going to have a problem at all. So very cool. That is a product that was in the carousel from Sure Bonder. And that is their SureTacker. So, I've read all the reviews. It's got about 4 stars right now. Let me pull that up real fast just so you can see it again a little bit bigger. So I have read all the reviews, and a lot of the reviews that I saw on it that were potentially negative, they were saying, oh, it didn't drive into whatever I was using on it. Now, you saw me shoot into a pine 2x4. I haven't had a single misfire on this thing. I was shooting into cedar boards out there. I don't know if they're like trying to shoot these into oak or concrete or something, but that's the only thing that I saw that wasn't, ecstatic. A lot of people were just like I was about it in the reviews. They said, hey, this is my new way to put Christmas lights up. So let me pull up the page here just so you can see it. So again, there's the actual tool itself and the tool body. I kind of wish it would do, regular cable staples too. They do have lighter and heavier versions. So there's your standard twisted Christmas lights. It's going to hold them really nice. And like I said, not going to be a fire hazard like a regular cable staple. But if you do watch Christmas Story, I think that's what he uses. And then this is what you're going to get. You're going to get 3 rows of 10 reusable insulators and 60 cable staples. So you can miss a few. You can take them down and put them back up at least once. So this is going to last you for a while. And there's just another example of it in use. And it does have that high reach over there. So it's going to reach over your cable. That's the other thing that I should have pointed out here. So let me show you that real cool feature. So if you look top down, see how the bottom has an arch in it? A lot of regular staplers are flat. This thing is designed to go over your wire. So maybe we can see it on the side camera. So as I'm going and I'm stapling these, I can have this over my next set of lights and I'm not going to get bound up or it's not going to be off. So that's pretty cool. So that's the Sure Bonder light tacker. We're going to get moving on to the next product here. I really do appreciate you guys hanging out here tonight. Oh, Did my moderators get those guys? There's a couple people having some fun in the chat there on YouTube. You know, I get the spam occasionally. I'm going to quickly just tap it so you guys can see it. This is what I was talking about, the 5-pack. So if you're going to spend 12 something for the stapler with the first starter kit, why not save yourself some time? Because I know you're going to like this thing. Throw this in your cart too. It's 18 bucks. So you're out the door for $33, and you're going to have Christmas lights down. So make it fun, make it cool. This is one of my favorite things now. I'm going to have no problem installing 330 feet of new Christmas lights, which I'm not going to do right now, but I'm going to move these off to the side. But I'm going to do the 330 feet of Christmas lights probably this coming weekend, now that I have a tool like this, which makes it easy. So I'm going to slide this to the side. We're going to get the next product out. There we go. So let me know what you guys think of the product so far. Mr. Meme. Geesh, really? Spam bots? Yes. There we go. Showing up everywhere lately. Yeah, Zach, these spam bots. I can't even tap on some of these comments, by the way, you guys. I can tap on this one from Mr. Meme. Says, that's a really cool staple gun. Absolutely, my friend. I'm going to go ahead and pull up the next product on the carousel. And that is going to be one that I've got a video for that I'm going to have to show you. It is an electric toothbrush. Now, nerds were not known for great teeth. Let's just put it out there, right? If you're a nerd like me, your teeth and hygiene as they are, you're constantly drinking sugary soda or other stuff, and you need to take care of your teeth. I'm learning now, I'm over 40. I know, shock. I'm learning now how important your oral health is. I have a picture. I'm going to pull it up. I got some B-roll. I got to run here, but I have a picture I want to pull up of me at the dentist in the chair, and I go every 4 months now and maybe 3 because I have a bunch of teeth issues, and it's really because I didn't take care of my teeth when I was younger. I know it is what it is. You can catch up on your hygiene. This is one of the products from BitVey, which is a smart toothbrush. And you're like, oh, I've got a sonic toothbrush. Yeah, right. You don't have a smart toothbrush. Now, this is kind of cool. They sent this out for a free and honest review. Fair and honest, not free. They sent this out for a fair and honest review. They did not pay me for my opinions. They didn't pay me to say anything, and they had no editorial control over it. But let me talk to you about this. It's got 5 different modes. Let me pull it up on the top down. I've had all types of water picks and toothbrushes and whatever, and I don't use them. There's a lot of things that just intrinsically you come to a point where you have to decide if it's going to be important for you. I love gadgets, and this being a gadget has been really cool. So super quiet. You can probably not even hear it. Maybe. So that's going along right now. It comes with 10 heads for the unit as well. They're different colors. So with my wife and I sharing one toothbrush, this has worked out really well. It's got a tongue scraper on the back of every single head. How long did it take our companies? Let me get this thing down lower because I want you guys to be able to see it better. How long did it take the toothbrush companies to figure out to put a tongue scraper on the back there? They're very easily removable. Just pull the top right off there. Simple power button. The only thing I would say is a complaint from me right now, and it's only because I came from a competitor's brand, is it's round, and I like to set it upright so that, you know, it stays out of the way. They do have a couple little indentations here. They want you to set it like this. And actually in our new vanity, in our new bathroom, we have a drawer this goes in. It's much more hygienic to put it in a drawer out of the way. The charger is USB-A and included. It goes right in the bottom here. And to be honest, the battery is going to last you 15 to 20 days of regular use. So you're not going to be charging this thing very often, but our new vanity actually has USB ports inside of it, which is pretty cool. So from BitVey company, my dentist was just telling me about a competitor's brand of smart toothbrush, and these things are hundreds of dollars. This one is not. And I'm going to pull up the source here, go to stored videos here. I'm going to see if I've got the unboxing of this one because I want to show you what you get in it when you get it. Hopefully you guys can see that. I'm still here, by the way, John the Net Guy. I'm in the corner. I look like I'm unboxing really fast, which I am. I'm going to make sure it's muted too. So that's the unboxing of it. Again, you're going to get 10 different heads on it. You're going to get a charging cable. Everything is well packaged and hygienic, if that's important to you. There's the different ones that I was using there, testing it out. And it's going to come with a travel case. So the travel case is going to carry two different heads if you want those. And there's your charging cable here. Now, travel case took a little bit of figuring out how to get it open, to be honest, but that's what it comes in initially here. There you go. So you can throw this. I travel a lot for business now, and so this is actually going to be really cool. So you have to kind of squeeze it at just the right angle, and then there's the toothbrush. So toothbrush, nice compact, goes in there without the heads. And this can be super important, but you haven't seen the coolest thing yet. Oh my gosh. I'm going to have to talk about that PC Tech Hustle. Give me my money back there. Super chat. Thank you so much, my friend. He gave me a super chat, $4.99 on the YouTube super chat. Thank you so much, PC Tech Hustle, on that. He's a great YouTuber. If you haven't seen his stuff, check it out. Hopefully have him on a future show here. So again, we're just talking about from BitVey, this smart toothbrush. Now, what makes it smart is it's got an app. Now, it will also work completely appless if you don't want to have the app. But you know what? Sometimes I need somebody to tell me what to do, just not at work. So when you're using this thing, if you go through the app, it's actually going to keep a record of how often that you're using it. It's going to give you a score. Now, I'm not saying I got an A and my wife got a C the other day, but I got an A and my wife got a C the other day using this because it scores you on pressure. If you're using too much pressure in a certain area, it's actually going to record that and it'll let you know with some feedback. So that's another really cool thing about it. You can also change the cleaning levels. So it's got cleaning, whitening, soft, gum care. So not everybody likes the same power. Some people, vibrating sonic toothbrushes, just tickle them to death. So wouldn't want to do that. Oh, this is great. No, I was not throwing that poor woman under the bus. Uh-oh. See, I'm just tagging you guys by tapping here. Put user in timeout. No, I shouldn't do that. Pinky Tech says, throwing that poor woman under the bus. She's in trouble all on her own here. So let me show you how this works. I am not going to be brushing my teeth live here and trying to talk. I figured out that that is not easy to do. But what I am going to do is show you here real quick. This is the toothbrush and the travel. So you can see it. By the way, Amazon sensor, I'm down here. I'm live. This isn't pre-recorded. Yay. It is, I should totally tell the time, 6:47 today. We're showing the BitVey Sonic toothbrush. This is a smart toothbrush. Now, they have two models of this. If you don't want the cool Sonic Smarts, you can skip that. Apparently, I jiggled the camera here a little bit. This is what we get, see? I'm going to skip forward to where we get to the good stuff. So this is me getting ready for the day. I got my little beard trimmer going, got it all trimmed up, ready for you guys. And now it is time to show how to use this guy. So there it is. That's the toothbrush. This is where I keep my toothpaste in our new bathroom. Someday I'm going to have to show you guys this mirror. I wanted a smart mirror. I actually got one that has defrost capability built into it, integrated lighting. It's totally awesome. This actually turned out really, really well for us. Big breathe in, big breathe out. Show you guys how to do this. So this is when you start brushing, it's actually going to go around in the app. And I have it muted right now because I don't know the legality of the music that it plays. But it actually plays some nice, cool, mellow background music. And you can go through there and, it's going to go through the whole time. I'm not going to force you guys to watch this. It does skip forward pretty cool. Consider this a medical implement. Talk to your dentist. A lot of health plans will cover the cost of this. If you got an HSA, got some extra funds to use before the end of the year, buy one of these for you, buy one for the wife. The only drawback I've found in the app right now, which is a little bit frustrating, is it doesn't have two-person mode. So you can't say, oh, that was my wife's brushing, this is my brushing. So that C that she got, and I have my all A's, she got to see the C for me. So that's what ends up happening. Again, I'll skip forward through some of this so you guys can see the fun parts here. So when it's all done, all said and done, it's going to give you that score at the end. Now you can see on the app here that I'm using, I went for a full 2 minutes, and you can set the time. Maybe you brush for less than 2 minutes. You can set what that is. I had 0 seconds of overpressure, which is pretty cool. There's 60% of battery left and 7 days of usage on it already. So like I said, almost a full 2 weeks of battery. Oh, that is a great still. Maybe I should not have... let me pull that down before somebody screenshots that for Discord. But that is the toothbrush from Bitvey. Let me see if I can go look at what the current price is. Now, I was thinking this thing's going to be expensive, right? You know, a lot of them are over $100 for a smart toothbrush. And I was pleasantly surprised at the price on this. There is a $5 off coupon right now. This thing's less than 50 bucks. It's less than $40, and with $5 off, you're looking at $34.96. Can't say enough, especially get your kids started on this. It's going to have those 10 different brush heads that it's going to come with. Oh, sorry, 8 brush heads. My bad. I thought I counted 10 in there, but maybe I miscounted. But it's saying 8 brush heads on this one. Definitely works very well. Talking about receding gums, that's actually one of the issues that I have. And we're going to talk about that in the next product because that's why my dentist is so on me about that. You've got the different intensity levels and it's all app controllable. Like I said, really, really cool capability. If you're a nerd and you don't have one of these already, I don't know if you can call yourself a nerd here, but just saying, built-in battery here. It's saying up to 100 days of battery life on standby for sure. If you're using it every day for the 2 minutes, I'm getting about 2 weeks out of it. Honestly, I have not had to charge it really to make that work. And 10 times more plaque than regular brushing alone. So this is the S2 model from Bitvey. Now, there are other models. The S2 is not the only one out there. They make another one that if you just want the actual capability, but you don't need the smarts, but at the price point we're talking about, those smart features and the Bluetooth capability is only a few bucks more. So really like the S2. I'm going to skip right along to the next product in our carousel because that's also from Bitvey. Hey, I use this today. Great toothbrush, John and Marilyn. Hey, and I love it. He's got the crabs. I'm trying to think if that's an oyster and a sunflower in the Amazon chat. Awesome, John. There's like 3 Johns in the Amazon chat right now. So, yeah, I could not believe the price. Again, Bitvey sent this out for a fair and honest review, so I didn't have to buy it. But when I went and looked at the price, I was like, I don't know why I was even thinking of buying the other one. I can get 2 or 3 of these for that same price. So, the next product that I'm going to talk about is actually going to help if you have periodontitis, periodontal disease, receding gum lines, all the bad things that happen. So, I'm not going to go into it at all, but you know, as my gums have receded again from not taking care of my mouth, you're going to develop a receding gums, and that will allow pockets to form underneath there. So if you're not flossing enough, you're eating Cheetos and not doing, I don't eat Cheetos, but again, you're not doing that kind of stuff that you normally should, you're going to have issues. Now, avoid that and avoid all of the trouble that comes with flossing. If you don't like flossing like me, you're not one of like people that, you know, can get in 17 different angles. Maybe you have a kid with braces or you have braces yourself. I had braces at 33, and let me tell you, adult bracing, not so much fun. But I did start taking better care of my teeth. Now, this is a water flosser from Bitvey. I'm going to show you the unboxing video just like the other one. I'm going to show you the usage video, but I want to tell you a couple quick things about it. It's going to have 3 different power modes. It's going to have a simple on-off. It's USB Type-C charging here. It is portable, and it's going to last quite a while. I've charged it one time, and we've been using it for over a week, and so I haven't had any issues. I use this thing every single day. Maybe if you get like a nagging popcorn kernel, sunflower seed, whatever it is, you can actually use this midday. It is portable, and it will break down, so you can actually take it and separate it right in the middle there, and you can put that. You can. This is the hardest part. There we go. You can take these little implements here, and we'll talk about those. It has a couple different styles of those for different jet patterns, and you can remove those. So I'm going to pull up the unboxing video just so you can see what you can expect to get in here. And we'll go on to the next one here. So this is the water flosser. So let me pull that up here. Perfect. So hopefully I double speeded this. Yes, I did. I did double speed this one so you guys can take a look at it real quick. There's what you get normally in the package when it's brand new. Instruction manuals. You're going to get a ton of these different heads. Now, I wish that they had a soft rubber tip one. That's the one I like the best with my other ones. My other one was a plug-in model. It wasn't as portable. We ended up getting rid of it as soon as we started using this for a little bit. We got rid of it. There's the USB-C charging cable. Does not come with a charging brick. That's another important thing. So there you go. there's the device itself. Again, you can go ahead and rinse it out and get it all ready for yourself. I went and tried the different tips that are on there. It does have a tongue scraper tip, and then I believe it's 4 other of the regular tips, but we're going to go ahead and take a look at that real quick here. I'm going to show you some usage videos. You can also decide not to watch this, but you know what? In all honesty, water flossing is, well, it's not pretty. Let's put it that way. It's important though. So what I do is I angle up at a slight angle right at the gum line. And what I'm doing is I'm on the softest setting because you don't need a lot of water pressure. I'm just making sure that anything that would be at that gum line that's attacking your teeth, you only get 1 set of these. I actually kind of like my teeth tonight. You only get 1 set of these. It's going to push those items out, because if you go to sleep like I used to, it's like, oh, I'm too tired, whatever, I'm just going to go to sleep. Or, I've been gaming all night, I'm just going to crash out on the couch or fall asleep or whatever. Those are places where food and bacteria are going to grow. And guess what? It's a repeating thing. So once that bacteria starts attacking your teeth, it causes gum inflammation, your gums recede more, and guess what? More bacteria comes in, and it gets harder and harder. So that's generally what's going on. Apparently, I'm going to have to do some cleanup here on the stuff. So we're going to get that working. I see some more bots here, but I'm going to go ahead and start playing back this real quick just so you guys can see it. So this is, again, the Bitvey water flosser. Definitely portable, about the same price point as the toothbrush, but we'll talk about that. Definitely something I would recommend. If you're like, oh, I don't need to floss, whatever, floss with this thing and you'll throw all your other little floss away. This cannot necessarily replace regular flossing, but it definitely makes it a lot easier. And, get advice from your dentist on obviously all of this stuff. And this is my case, I actually use an oral rinse here. So there's the flosser. We're back in there, and there's the 2 different settings modes. Now, I fill it with warm water. Here's a couple tricks, just so you know, because I've been water flossing for a while. Mouthwash. Take a shot of mouthwash. This is IO rinse. That's the one that they want. This is a medicated one that I've been using. Again, I've decided this year I'm going to be turning around, take care of my teeth. I'm cheap also, so that makes a good incentive. So I'm taking all sorts of stuff. Wash my hands here real quick. Get it filled up. It's going to carry about 9 ounces. We'll have to do the milliliter conversion. So roughly 9 ounces, and then I take my extra little shot. But you could do just a small amount of mouthwash in there if you are just wanting something different than regular old water. And that works out really, really well. John the dentist guy, PC Tech Hustles. That's awesome. I love this. You guys are totally modding the chat. Now, again, who wants to see John dribble? Don't put this on Discord. But when you're water flossing, that water's got to go somewhere. You're not swallowing it, so you're spitting. So you can just move this around. I lean over, let this work. It goes pretty fast. I've got this on double speed, but it actually is going to go through that 9 ounces pretty quickly, and then rinse all off, and I'll be done. So there's a tiny, tiny little bit left, just getting that all done. And then I ended up accidentally discharging onto the camera here, but I think I cut that piece out. But you can go ahead here and rinse it out. I like to do that just to make sure that it's all clean when I'm done, especially if you use any sort of additives or mouthwash or anything else, that you don't leave that in there. Now, I use that thing every single day. Actually, I should pull it out over here. I use this thing every single day. It's going back upstairs after the show, and it works out really well. To, again, disengage the tips, we go ahead and push that down, and that releases the tip. So far, it's worked really well. There is no travel case for it. That's another thing that people might want. But honestly, once you pull that out, and maybe you put this, I just totally thought about this, but if I was to travel, there you go. So that's going to keep itself clean. Anything that you put in your mouth is going to be clean on that side there and ready to go. So let's go take a look real quick at the Amazon page for this one. Again, made by the same Bitvey company. And you know what? They actually have a combination. I didn't put that in the carousel, but if you want to get both of these, again, spend some of that last end of the year HSA money. I'm going to keep reporting back how this is going. $39.99, $10 off. And if you buy them together, I think you get an even better deal, which I like. Trying to save you guys some money here. And this is exactly what it's doing. So if you have braces, these are a godsend if you have braces. It is impossible to floss with braces. I got this too, but I haven't used it. I'm a little concerned with the drain flap. Okay, yeah, we'll talk about that. John and Marilyn actually brought up a point. It does have a drain on the bottom. It actually works really well. It's never opened on me, and that's if you want to just very, very quickly drain out whatever's in the bottom of it. Great question there on Amazon, John. And, very interesting. So 10 ounces, like I said, 9 ounces. And then I put that extra little half shot of the IO rinse that I use. And an IO rinse is over the counter. It's not anything crazy, but I get it from my dentist and they recommended it because it's going to help me out here. And there you go. So it is travelable here. I wanted to see if they'll show the exact different tips that they get. So 3 cleaning modes and 6 jet tips. It does have a tongue cleaner attachment, but I didn't see that in the list here, so I wanted to see if I could get a picture of it, but it doesn't have that on there. I wanted to see real quick. 40 days of battery life. Okay, there you go. That says, while most irrigators only last up to 10 days of use, this one has a 40-day battery. I'll tell you, it's a little bit heavier than I would have expected for the item, which again tells me batteries are up in here, especially when it's full. But when it's empty, it's not that bad. It's pretty light. So that is from Bitvey. Again, another product that I'm using in my health regiment, and I would recommend it if you're somebody that is a nerd that hasn't been taking care of your mouth. I've got some coworkers in the past that did not have very good dental care. Definitely take care of yourself, and get a product that's going to help you out like that. We are down to the very last product here. And so actually, John's helping us from John and Marilyn. He's got the same product. He says they are all the same tips. Okay, so I'll have to look because I could have swore I've got one that was a little bit different, but it says it has 6 jet tips on that one. This is the last product. I just pulled it up on the carousel, and it is a compressed air duster. Now, I don't even know if I have it. I do have some back here. So this is a working studio. So you can go out and you can spend $3 on this stuff, maybe 4, maybe more. CO2, use it. It's going to run out when you need it most. Or you can use this air duster. Now, I've got an Apple IIe here. Maybe I'll do like a show where we clean the Apple IIe. I didn't prep for that. But this air duster is the tightest packaging I've ever seen. Let me go ahead and pull this out here real quick. So there it is. I'm going to move this over to the side so you can see it as I open it up here. It is for cleaning and detailing. It is not a vacuum. There are some that are combination air dusters and vacuums, but really it's all about detailing and high pressure air. So 68 watt power rating here. It's going to charge. It does have quick charging at 9 volts, it's telling me. So this is going to charge up faster. It is not only going to be able to air dust and clean, it's also able to fill up small implements. So if you've got company coming over and you want to fill up that air mattress, so let's see, did I get this right? There we go. You got to hold it down to get it started. It's got multiple modes. It's probably not even hearable now. There we go. 3 modes. And then off. So you're going to have to hold it down as a safety to get it going. The ends just pull off. They have not fired off, luckily. Let me see here if I can pull it up on the side. So if you're going to do some keyboard cleaning, let's say. So get the little Cheeto fingers out of the laptop. Integrated light. Yeah, there's actually a couple little things coming out of this. This is going to work for that. And then I just held it down to stop it here. But it's going to have a bunch of different ends. That's one of them. If I was going to fill up something, it's got this filler tip here, so you can see it's open on the sides. So you can push that through, get past if you're trying to fill up maybe those summer toys. Now, like I said, there are other ones that are both going to be a vacuum because you're getting vacuum pressure out of the back ear. This one is not. I would not recommend trying to use it as such. But this is an air duster. They sent this thing out for me to try out. I will be doing some old computer cleaning here pretty soon. I've got some flip videos I want to do, and I've got some really, really dirty cases. So think Greg Salazar type stuff. I'm going to take this outside. We're going to play around with some of these tips, see what does best. But I wanted to introduce it to you if you're a tech and you want to have something that you can go to real quick, or maybe you're a parent or you've got company coming over and you want to be able to fill up that air mattress very quickly. This is an air duster, again, for all the nerds out there. I'm going to pull it up on the Amazon page just because I want you guys to be able to see it. This is our last product of the evening, last but not least. It is $59.99. If you're on Prime, you can buy it for $41. I'm not logged into Prime when I show these, so it says it's got a Prime price of $41.99. So that's probably what you're seeing in the carousel. Does not come with a USB-C charger, but it is going to have a USB-C charging port. So if you're going to use this on the go, maybe you need something to be able to fill up very quickly. You know, again, inflatables down at the beach. This is kind of the bad time of year for this. Maybe I should have shown this in the beginning of summer. But if you want to have something that'll do that, it's great. If you want to do any sort of detail work, again, it's going to come with those different brush head attachments. Let me show you those real quick. So it's going to have these two different brush attachments that I've got over here. So again, you can use those to start cleaning things out. And again, I would use this myself. I would use this outdoors. I constantly have to hook up my air compressor or go get cans of compressed air or do whatever and run out. They're showing you some other really cool use cases like is that an Antec? Yeah, looks like an Antec case if you've got an Antec case. Camera lens inside the headset. I would not blow the lens itself, like the inside part. Cleaning cars, like detailing. Oh my gosh, I can't tell you how many times you want to get down into those air vents and blow dust and dirt out. I've got those vents that like you can see way down in. That would be really useful for this. I'm going to try that in the full length video that we do for this. So 51,000 RPM motor. I can tell you it was loud enough. And a 6 amp hour battery. So that's pretty cool. So they're actually saying to use it as a hairdryer for pets. I could see that maybe. Cooling fan. So again, yeah, I've got some really ugly case fans, but I think I threw them out. And you can use them on inflatables and other items here. So bonus points if you're in the chat and you can figure out an additional use for this. I'd love to hear that. And no, it's not to like, blow out my beard, but I think, that might be a good look here to end on. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, here we go. That definitely works for that. Probably was really noisy. Sorry. There you go. Jonathan Talks Hardware says, definitely buying that. I can see that. Jonathan does a lot of PC building on his channel. And so, he gets a lot of other products. So hopefully he's still talking about that thing. And Pinky's giving me a hard time still. The Net Guy, DDO. Doctor of Dentistry or something like that. But I appreciate it, guys. That is the show for today. Show number 41 is in the books. I appreciate you guys all tuning in. Thank you so much for checking out some of these cool tech products with me. Like I said, we kicked it off with the USB-C chargers. Those magnetic mobile cables, how cool is that? That's pretty slick. I think I might start using that for some of the stuff that I'm going to be doing. I'm working on a charging station coming up, and I've got a whole show about charging and electrical wiring. We're going to do some upgrades around the studio that I'm going to take you with. So that's kind of a cool thing. I like that magnetic. I can see the usefulness on that. We talked about some cool office products from the keyboard and mouse jiggler from Chesona, the M4. That's also in the carousel. We talked about the Bluetooth headset right over here. You guys got to hear what that sounds like. So decent Bluetooth headset, like I said, probably 4 out of 5 stars for me. There's a couple things they could have made better, but at the price point it's at and on sale today, that's a great deal as well. So I really like that. We skipped over to the Christmas lights. I just released a video today about some Christmas lights. If you're like me and that's the bane of your existence, definitely take a look at that Sure Tacker because, man, Sure Bonder light tacker because that's the way to go. This insulated stuff, I can't believe it's taken us this long to figure out how to make insulated Christmas lights that can be tacked up that super quickly and that easily. I can do 100 feet there in no time, which used to take a lot longer because you had to screw stuff in or wrap and tie stuff. So this is going to work out a lot better. So that was another cool product. And then we wrapped it up from Bitvey. They're 2 dental implements. These have got to go back upstairs now. Again, water flosser and the S2 smart toothbrush. My dentists and hygienists were saying about these things from a different manufacturer, the value that's here and the fact that the app works like it does. Again, very happy with this, and the price at $35 cannot be beat on this. So very happy. Again, thanks for tuning in, everybody. I'm going to run up and say hi to the family and do dinner things. I will catch you guys all next week for Tech on Tuesday, same bat time, Same bat channel. That was probably trademarked and will get me kicked off YouTube. But thanks, everybody. I will catch you guys all in a future video.